there's another £25 up for grabs on the starting 11 app this weekend. Simply enter the FPLtips mini league and select a team of 11 players from this Saturday's matches. It's completely free to enter, and the league is public and open to all via the Browse Games menu. Or alternatively, you can enter using the code on screen now. There are still 3 games to be played at the time of recording, so plenty of reason to remain optimistic. But it's been a frustrating double game week so far. With Lindelof looking likely to miss out for United's fixture against Watford, a couple of late changes to the free hit team saw Smalling come in and Azpilicueta make way for David Luiz, in order to free up the funds. So far, those moves have massively backfired, with Azpilicueta finding his first goal of the season against Cardiff, while Smalling put the ball into his own net during the defeat to Wolves. Hazard was rested for Chelsea's win over Cardiff, but has the chance to redeem himself when the Blues host Brighton. Man City host Cardiff in their second fixture, but with Aguero ruled out, and further rotation to be expected, that game could be a bit of an anticlimax in terms of FPL returns. Rashford also picked up an injury ahead of his second fixture, so it was just a single game week in the end for the England striker, and all hope now relies on Batshuayi ahead of a visit to Tottenham's new stadium. So a score of just 51 points so far has resulted in a temporary red arrow, but with a potential of 7 players remaining, there's still hope of turning that around. Game week 33 begins shortly though, with a Friday night deadline where Liverpool travel to Southampton, so we turn our attention to the transfer plans ahead of the Blank Gameweek. The Wildcard will be played ahead of Game week 34, so the free transfer here will essentially be used on a 1-week punt. Felipe Anderson is on thin ice, but Marko Arnautovic looks to be an even bigger problem, so the plan is to move the Austrian on for the informed Jamie Vardy. The Leicester forward has 6 goals and 1 assist across his last 7 league matches, ahead of a trip to Huddersfield on Saturday. Here's how the team is shaping up. It's unlikely to be worth taking a hit for 1 week only, so Fabianski will remain in the side despite a tough fixture away at Chelsea. Liverpool duo Alexander-Arnold and Robertson return for the visit to Southampton, and alongside them there's only space for one of Kolasinac, Digne and Wan-Bissaka. Arsenal have kept back-to-back clean sheets ahead of their trip to Everton, and the wingback has created 2 big chances in the last 6 game weeks, with only Shaw and Alexander-Arnold recording more amongst defenders. Reluctantly, Felipe Anderson may end up staying in the side for West Ham's visit to Chelsea, providing he looks set to return from his minor ankle injury. Chelsea have conceded 15 big chances in their last 6 matches, with only Burnley, Cardiff, Watford and Fulham shipping more than their 11 goals conceded. Bournemouth enjoy a home fixture against Burnley in Game week 33, a side that have kept just 1 clean sheet in the last 4 matches, while conceding 9 goals. Only Fulham shipped more. 24 attempted assists by Fraser this calendar year ranks joint 4th amongst midfielders, behind only Eriksen, Moutinho and Maddison. Mo Salah is without a Premier League goal in his last 6 matches, but he has recorded 2 assists in that time, after forcing the own goal to snatch the win over Spurs last weekend. His tally of 19 efforts on target this calendar year ranks top amongst midfielders, while only Babel has recorded more than his 8 big chances. Eden Hazard is up against a West Ham side that have shipped 7 goals in their last 4 matches, and no side have allowed opponents more big chances in that time. This week's planned transfer, Jamie Vardy, has scored 7 goals in 12 games this calendar year. Only Aguero has netted more amongst forwards. Only Fulham have shipped more than Huddersfield's 9 goals conceded in the last 4 matches, while only Watford and West Ham have allowed opponents more big chances than the Terriers. Bournemouth's last 6 home matches have seen them score 12 goals, and only Man United, Wolves and Man City have recorded more than the Cherries' 20 big chances in that time. So this looks like a prime fixture for Callum Wilson to add to his tally of 11 goals and 9 assists from 24 appearances this season. His total of 4 efforts on target in the last 3 game weeks can only be bettered by Vardy amongst forwards, while only Lukaku has had more big chances. Rondon completes the team on the back of his 3 goals and 2 assists in the last 6 game weeks. No forward has fired more than his 18 shots inside the box during that period, while only Lukaku has hit more on target. 12 attempted assists by the Newcastle forward also ranks top across his position. Hazard and Salah will be the big hitters to consider for captaincy this game week, but Vardy and of course Sadio Mané for those who own him are also options to keep in mind. Saints have kept 2 clean sheets in their last 4 matches, conceding only 4 goals in that time. Only Everton, Arsenal and Man City have shipped fewer. West Ham meanwhile have shipped 7 goals, keeping only 1 clean sheet. And no team have allowed opponents more big chances during that period. So it's for that reason that Hazard is wearing the armband as things stand.